Told me that Tim Hortons, he says it's the jewel of Canada. He said, this is the best thing in Canada. Anything else? I think I'm going to do one more poem. I think I've talked. Well, actually, my conversion, well, there wasn't really a conversion. My mother was born Muslim, and my father, well, I was born Muslim, my mother and my father converted. So, for us in particular, like for the African Americans, for the black people in America, Islam isn't something like that comes easy. So people like my parents, and this is across the board, more people that you can count have this type of experience where they accept Islam and they are kicked out of their house. Like my father was kicked out of his house at 17 years old. His mother and father won't talk to them. His mother and father died without returning a greeting from him, and he's 50 some odd years old now. We would lose our jobs, we would lose friends, we would lose children, we would lose everything. So this La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is like an important and precious thing that we, not myself because I was born in it, but as a people that we are willing and have sacrificed everything for it, everything for it. There were times in America, in the cities, for wearing a kufi or wearing a thobe, you had to fight. Like, you would have to fight people. To defend your honor or maybe even to defend yourself. So the passion, the belief, the conviction is required. Not just my generation, it's much easier for me, but in my parents' generation, the passion and the conviction was required in order to be Muslim. There was no such thing as like a soft Muslim or like a soft Muslim, yes, but like a cowardly Muslim, that's what I mean. There was no way to do it. You couldn't do it unless you did it in secret. But if you were out and Muslim, that means you couldn't get jobs. That means it was hard for you to have relationships with your family and all these things. So that tradition passed on to me, and so it is. We come up with this life of dawah, this life, like the deen is the dawah. Like this is what Muslim means, is that you're here in a place where most people are not Muslim, and you're telling the people, and you're trying to be a good example, and you're encouraging the people towards Islam. Yes?
Okay, about that whole freedom of speech thing, do you think, I mean, like some people suggested that when that guy got arrested for saying the Holocaust never happened.
I think I heard, I'm going to repeat it, and so correct me if I say it wrong so they can hear. Said about the person that was arrested for saying the Holocaust didn't happen and the gas chambers didn't exist. I can't remember exactly what he said to get himself arrested. But that part of that, do I think that part of it had to do with the power of the Jews in business or in law and in the media and things like that? And I say, of course, I think definitely that that people, in the same way that we would feel, for example, about these cartoons, and if the Muslims were in power, the cartoons wouldn't be published. That we are protecting our honor, protecting our right, protecting our history, and so it will be my expectation for the Jews to do the same thing. Now, this double standard that they have obviously is problematic, but if someone said something like, you know, well, no, even in our tradition, people have said things like Prophet Muhammad never existed, or he wasn't a prophet. In Spain, for example, for hundreds of years, almost 1,000 years, they were allowed to come and go as they please and believe this in their heart, and we wouldn't imprison them. So I guess even in this capacity, much of the Islamic societies, the Islamic governments were more pluralistic in their ideas and allowing for different ideologies to coexist at the same time. Yes? It's both for me. So I feel like I was given a gift, so I have as we say, like a knack for it, and I have to work. It's a lot of work. What it is like to me, like the poem that I just read, the reason I wrote that poem was because I hear people congratulating me for my poetry, and I felt, so that situation, it kind of really happened with the girl and I love you thing, actually more than once. All kind of people love me, I couldn't believe it. So, and as a disclaimer, as I said at the beginning, it's bad to lie. So like, Really, I didn't say all that stuff after she said that. I was like, oh, thank you, I appreciate it, thank you. But I was thinking, what would be good to say is, and then, that's why I wrote the poem, but that is something given, it even comes with a sensation, and it is as if it's like on a radio station, and I hear it and write it down. This is what it feels like to me. When I hear a poem will appear in my head, and it'll be like static, or and then it'll start to zero in. I'm like, I have it, and there's the language, and then I write it down, or I say it. But for me, it is like, are you raising your hand? Oh, okay, after? Okay, inshallah. I don't so much work at that part, but I work at trying, in the vocabulary that I have, of trying to find the most precise, the exact word, because like the prophets, they don't have to speak as much as I do. They say a few things and it means everything. I have to talk a lot to say something small. They say something small and they say everything. So I'm working more and more at getting language that is more just, that says exactly what I mean. So that's the work for me. Yeah. No, I don't. Because I want to learn enough Arabic in order to do it in Arabic. This is my aspiration. And inshallah, make dua for me. Maybe I'll be able to do this one day. And you'll come to me somewhere, and I'll be in Syria somewhere doing poetry for the people. I'll repeat just so everyone hears what my degree is in, and what do I teach, and do I incorporate some of my art in my teaching. My degree is in English, and I was teaching English and creative writing and some history. And I use it a lot because I was teaching in high school. So a way to capture the students' attention and to show them the beauty of the language, I would recite poetry and stuff that they like, and they all like rap music. And so I do some lyrical type things, and it'll engage them, and then I'll tell them the reason this sounds beautiful is because rhyme, or the reason this sounds beautiful is because of metaphor, the reason this sounds beautiful is because of simile or hyperbole, or these different techniques, and then they want to learn them. So I find it as a useful tool in teaching. Okay. Oh, and this is totally unrelated, but I'll just remember it now. I don't want to say it so I don't forget. There's a donation box outside, and the brothers and the sisters that put this together, they put a lot of time and effort, and they want to cover the expenses for it, inshallah. So when you go outside, be generous, for they are the ones who brought me here and have taken care of me. So if you're enjoying what I'm doing, inshallah, give generously to the MSA here, inshallah. Yes. Freestyle poetry, man, that makes me nervous, man. Freestyle,
you were gonna
I don't know, I used to do that. I used to make that used to be my thing. Like before I was writing poetry like this, I was MCing. And the thing that I was really good at was freestyling. And just in case anyone doesn't know, freestyling is improv poetry, where you come up with the poem, as you're saying it. Yeah, that's what he's asking. Why you guys put me on the spot? That's crazy. I come on a visit, you're supposed to take it easy. Okay, okay, this is what we'll do. If someone comes up here and gives me a beat, I'll do it right now. I'm gonna rap for you right now. Let's go! I'm ready. Come on, brothers. Is someone coming? Is someone coming?
Let's see!
Okay. All right, is this other mic on? Okay. Okay. Let's do the beatbox over here. I'm gonna rap right now.
I just got something to say. This is a beat my friend Tommy came from Lebanon. I don't really use my mouth.
Okay, how you know? With your hands?
Listen.
Okay, that's kind of hard. Okay, okay, if you do it.
I know I saw a movie sometime.
Do it like this. All right, like. Do like a. Do it. Hold on. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Alright, so part of the thing when we used to freestyle, right? Sometimes when we freestyle, usually happens, there'll be like a group of guys, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or more, and they'll come in a circle. We call it a cipher, right? You sit in a circle and you rhyme, right? But sometimes what would happen is we'll be freestyling, which is a very naked thing because you can mess up and look foolish, right? Like perhaps I will right now. And so sometimes people will come in and they would do something that they had written before, and you can always kind of tell when someone is doing that. So what we used to do is we would have the people standing around, because the people can't get around us, we would have them throw words. So they would say something and you had to go off of whatever they were saying. So this is what we're gonna do now as a proof. I mean, it might be so bad that you'll know he was definitely making that up on the spot. But just in case it turns out fantastic so you guys won't think I'm fronting, okay? All right, so one at a time. Once you get the beat going, do you wanna do it or just the people will clap? Do you feel good? Do you feel good about it?
It's all good.
It's all good, it's all good. Let's do it. Okay, hold on, easy. Okay, so what's gonna happen is, he's gonna start the thing, and you guys are gonna say, one person try to do it one at a time. Should I pick a person out or something? And you guys say a word, and then I'm just gonna go. And if it's very poor, don't judge me on it. The brothers asked me and they're my hosts, and I'm inclined, they've been so good to me, I'm inclined to do it, okay? Okay, all right. The beat. You got it, okay. That's not it, man. I can't work under these conditions. It's close, but it's not the thing. Okay, the people are gonna clap. So, okay. You give them the time. So we go like, or something like this, right? Okay, no clapping, unless someone has a dumb drum somewhere, I'm gonna leave it off, all right? Yeah. Okay, alhamdulillah, the brother's gonna come to the rescue. I was almost gonna get a chance to back out, and now he's gonna come. Okay, all right. So I do this, and I'm gonna do one more poem, and I'm gonna go. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, we can do that, right? And you guys can clap, if you want to. I'm only gonna do it for a minute. It's not gonna be a long thing, right? Okay, so you guys have to give me a word. What's that? Elephants. Okay, the elephants never forget, but once I resist the temptations of the heart, I thought of the spark and starts in the dark, and I thought, you gotta stay with me, man. Okay, again? What's that? Pinocchio, as his nose grows, and if that was a true choice, but go out to here, and I come to here, and I sit with my peers, and don't drink beer, don't eat pork, I rhyme for sport, and I appreciate it. Okay, now I'm finished. I'm gonna do another poem, and I'm done. All right. Alhamdulillah, I think I've had a very good time with you. I'm gonna do two more? Okay, I'm gonna do Dead Man Walking last. I'm gonna do something before Dead Man Walking. Then what should I do before Dead Man Walking? But I don't even have that poem memorized. I wrote it and recorded it, and I never performed it before ever. I'm sorry, I'm breaking your heart, I'm sorry. Okay, this is what I'll do. This is Vanilla Sky. This is a love story of a man that's in love in a relationship with 2 women. One is the dunya and one is the akhirah. And this is talking about his transition. I disappointed you if I was going to get a real love poem. I don't really have any real lovey-dovey poems, but I have a kind of it's kind of, okay, I'm going to do a different one. Okay, I'm going to do the one I said first. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do both. And I want to make it quick. No talking in between, but I want to go because I want to hear a piece of Mars. Okay? Bismillah. My heart won't think, but my mind refuses to feel. So it leaves me senseless, sleepless, restless, wandering, wondering. I only come to my senses between sentences, and a sentence ends without a period point, or without a point period. My points seem hollow, like hollow points fired at point blank range that will crack my brain, like my brain on crack. I'm somewhere in between insane and black, stressed and brown. I'm a milky mulatto, passing in the city of the living, passing and pretending as if I haven't died already, and I say I'm all ready to do it again, because I'm a man of my word, and a man of my worth, and a man of the earth, and she will find me and pull me to her bosom until I can neither breathe nor speak, see nor blink, dream nor think. I think I'm dreaming of a vanilla sky and a chocolate earth, and a caramel girl that sings when she speaks, with perfume in her walk, her body transparent by how sincerely we talk. We'll take long walks in gardens with rivers flowing beneath. What was old and grieved is now new and sweet, like sweet sweat was swept off of our feet, like soul solace in the sanctuary of God, in the precious presence of unspeakable beauty. The precious presence is present, past and future. It is past time, past space, time, passed away, never to come again. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So on earth, I am in heaven. So on earth, I fear not my end. I fear not of men. So on earth, I fight demon and despot, the avaricious and the treacherous, with fire in my justice. And no, that's wrong. Hold on, that's the poem. It is, hold on, easy, hold on, it's right there. No, that's right there, hold on, easy. So I fear not my end, I fear not of men, so while on earth I fight demon and despot, the avaricious and the treacherous, with mercy in my fearlessness and fire in my justice, with love for the virtuous and hatred for cowardice, because why be a coward? How else do men ascend to the Lord except upon the wings of the angel of death? So I'm a man of my word and a man of the earth, and she will find me, and may she find me, and pull me to her bosom until I can neither breathe nor speak, see nor blink, dream nor think. I think I'm dreaming of a vanilla sky and a chocolate earth, and a caramel girl that sings when she speaks, with perfume in her walk, her body transparent by how sincerely we talk. We'll take long walks in gardens with rivers flowing beneath. What was old and grieved is now new and sweet, like sweet sweat was swept off of our feet, like souls solaced in the sanctuary of God. This is a poem that was inspired by the black women in my country. She said, she told me that she will prefer a broken neck to another broken heart. And I said, well, remember, the beauty of birth leaves its own scars, and know that you will find your home right where you are. She said, I know it sounds cliche, but I really am just waiting to exhale, just waiting to breathe easy, just waiting to inhale. She ain't looking for no perfect man, she ain't holding out for Denzel, she's just looking for a real man. But most of the realists were in graves or in jail. Just a real man, even a flawed man that means well. An upright brother, but she's just left with low-down brothers, homo thugs, and down-low brothers. And it took her some time with herself to discover that having love is even more important than having a lover. What am I supposed to say? That it's going to be okay, but it may not be. It may be hard and ugly, difficult, complicated, rough and bloody. And I said, too many women are struggling. She said, yeah, I'd like a man to kiss me, I'd like a man to hug me, but he's got to truly love before he can truly love me. I said, I feel you. She said, no, you're not feeling me. She said, we are women bringing up seeds. Our own sons grow up thinking love is a disease, ducking and dodging real relationships and just learn to take what they please. And they treat pregnancy like an STD. If the test comes back positive, it's a negative. And there are a ghost in the street, drove in the wind, only a moment to spend, and those moments are brief. Our sons' role models are rolling stones, unknown or deceased. So in this cold world, they find warmth of men holding the heat. And I said, there's got to be a change. She said, yeah, it's going to have to be more than poems on TV. I said, I feel you. She asked me how I survived. I said, by Allah, it was my mother. Otherwise, I'd have been dead, crazy, institutionalized. Often I wish I could properly apologize for not being able to thank her for giving me life. she always kept us in the good neighborhoods, even though she couldn't keep on the lights, so we could go to the best schools, learning to read and to write. And sometimes we'd be so broke in the store, we had to pick between the beans and the rice. So sometimes she would put ketchup on a navy bean, so it seemed like we were eating the same thing every night. 2 jobs during the day and 1 at night. And the struggle I saw her endure, I never want to see in my wife. So I know that being a man is more than being male, and I'm focused on doing it right. But when I think about my childhood, I don't think about poverty. I remember how she loved me, kissed me, taught me, hugged me, and I know you prefer a broken neck to another broken heart, broken parts that litter the night sky like stars. But remember, even the beauty of birth leaves its own scars, and know that you will find your home right where you are, and we will find our homes right where we are. Okay, I'm going to do one last poem, and I'm going to make way for the great Preacher Moss. I'm looking forward to it. And also, I have one of the brothers has my CDs out on the table. I have a CD called Dead Man Walking, so if you would like to purchase it, you can. Otherwise, I have no way of getting a plane ticket home. So you should support your brother, otherwise I'm going to move in with one of you. What's that?
I wonder if you had the chance to read Rumi's poetry.
Yes, I've read some of Rumi's poetry, and of course, like everyone agrees that his poetry is of the most beautiful poetry. As a matter of fact, one of the brothers gave me a book of Rumi just today after Jumu'ah as a gift, alhamdulillah. So I have even more Rumi to read, alhamdulillah.
So I wonder, did you try to write something like that, or are you thinking of this
It doesn't inspire me to really write like that, because his cultural and maybe I will one day, but the things that inspire me are the things that I see for the most part. So in the voice that I write in, I write for people that are engaged mostly in popular culture. So I use the language and the conversational type of poetry that's appealing to them. For some of the Rumi stuff they are engaged in. So this is my main method of dawah. So I like to speak to the people in a language that they can taste, that they can associate easily with. But for myself, I can't remember anything right now, but I have, and I would like to write more like that. And maybe if I have more settings like this, where people come and they have a real love for poetry, I'll have a platform always to share some of that work, inshallah. Okay, we're talking about me getting home and buying CDs. Okay, so this poem here has, again, 4 reasons for being. Number 1, it is a poem of desperation. Number 2, it is a poem to remind those who would like to be reminded. Number 3, it is a poem to remind those that would like not to be reminded. And number 4, it is to inform those that don't know. I'm a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching my brothers die. And I've built all coffins much too often, and it gets so dark when our mothers cry. I know more than I want to, but not nearly enough. I thought I was writing for the love, but it just turned to be lust, and my trust in us was gullibility. The reality's just that I'm not who I was, nor who I will be. But sometimes I feel me visiting, and I feel me with the lush scent of soul, the flavor of feeling, a rush of color. I think the pleasure may kill me, the pressure squeezes and spills me into the language of the unseen, the unthought, and the undreamed. And my heart begins to pump the thick, rich fluid of verse, searching for a simple word or phrase to fill the space between the wet nurse and the black hearse. And I know sometimes my words lack worth, lack depth, lack girth, lack the distance to travel from heaven to earth, or from mind to brain, or from soul to flesh. I hold my breath in the hollow hope that my hopes ain't hollow. It's just a message in a bottle, or a genie in a bottle, or a baby in a bottle, or a rhino in his bottle. The symphony of me is stuck in staccato like a broken beat, breaking the vinyl into bits of blackness, spinning in circles. Come down, selector. Last night the DJ took my life and left the speakers empty and the speakers speechless, and the dancers still, dancing or not, They don't see our music as musing, merely amusement. How could they know in basement booths we balance the nexus between what the soul and the flesh is, what the science of intellect is? We rock jeans like a necklace and drop jewels in gutters. But they fooled our mothers to thinking that they could raise sons in the darkness of night. But isn't the night always dark before the sun is raised? That when the sun is raised, doesn't it make the block hot and the eyes squint and the breath sweat and the trees grow and the children play? The raised sun makes the pavement see wavy apparitions, the mirage of future. But I know I'm a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching my brothers die. And I've built our coffins much too often, and it gets so dark when our mothers cry. So now I'm walking a thin line between love and hate, between words that are spoken and beats that break. It's a thin line between a bullet in the chamber and a bullet in the brain. I am civilized, same little savage in me. It's not really a little savage in me, it's just a lot of passion in me. And sometimes the soul rolls out of control without a glass of Remy. And some men are fine with being slaves just as long as master's friendly. And others speak fire at mass until the Mac is empty. You don't need the pass to send me to see the assassin in me. But know that no soul is taken accidentally. The angel of death has an itinerary. It's that you right out of your Bentley, right out of your Gucci jeans, and right out of your Fendi, right out of your dashiki, and right out of your Kenti. Allah has written his book and there's no erasing the pen's ink. So either we ignore what God knows and rely on what men think. We're just boys in a back street trying to get in sync. But my balance is off. My talent is lost. I've married my art, but she's barren, of course, and I can hear in her voice that we're nearing divorce. So before I hear her get caught, I may have to kill my dreams and bury the corpse. I shed a tear for the loss. I feel like I'm bearing the cross, but my conception is so far from immaculate. For the most part, we a bunch of bastard kids. Our fathers are gone, caught in a cycle set of masochists because our lives are dead wrong, but resurrected like Lazarus because our mothers are strong, and our romance is about as romantic as the master's kiss, but we have got to move on, and our lives are about as painful as the master's whip, but we have got to move on, and I wish I could just sing for justice, but I know no such song. I know about Shahada, Salah, and Quran, Jihad, martyrdom, and homemade bombs. And sure, they're gonna say I'm wrong for talking about homemade bombs, but at least the free world can drop 8 bombs in napalm. And got the nerve to ask, why do they hate us when they still got the blood on their palms? Why they stay long and sing songs about freedom and justice all bloody day long? They claim to live right, but they have got to be dead wrong. Now maybe just because I'm so young and headstrong, but right now I'm ready to run headlong into enemy fire. It's like we desire death. I just got the same blood that pumps through a lion's chest. I come from a line of warriors to take off the iron vest, unsheathe the swords and spray to the thick of the mess. So I am begging them now, send me your best. There's only 2 possible outcomes. 1, I can send them to rest, or 2, they can send me to my Lord. I like the second one the best, but I will kill the killers and live and settle for less, because I'm already a dead man walking, a mute man talking, a blind man watching. My brothers die, but I won't build all coffins, and I will not take part in the death of my heart's kin. I'd rather die.